Tonight, Kansas stood up and said enough.
两党之争，政府关门，民主有了，付账的却是普罗大众。强大的政府、法治和民主问责制，三块基石奠定良好的社会秩序，究竟哪一个才是重中之重？民主大潮，潮涨潮落，历史终结于何处？民主病愈演愈烈，病根能否药到病除？
放眼全球，可以说世界各个国家和地区存在各种各样不同的民主形式，从欧元区到拉丁美洲，从斯堪的纳维亚半岛到新西兰，从横跨亚欧大陆的俄罗斯到非洲、亚洲。在英国和美国这两个老牌民主制国家实行的是自由民主制，也就是我们通常所说的西式民主。当然，西式民主这个概念并不准确，有不少学者甚至并不赞成这样的划分。以英美为代表的自由民主体制已经运行了上百年，然而对于这样的政治体制以及所激发的问题，学者们的质疑与讨论从未间断。
I've heard your concerns. I've made them my own. You will be heard in Washington.
今年年初，经去年中期选举产生的美国新一届国会宣誓就职，标志着共和党正式全面掌控国会参众两院。其中众议院的共和党议员达到246人，是1930年大萧条以来最多的一届。有分析认为，美国政府和国会的关系会恶化，对民主党总统奥巴马剩余2年的施政构成一大障碍，两党之争可能会愈演愈烈。
Well, Iowa, we did it! We did it!
People are tired of politics as usual. They recognize, and why I think we were successful tonight, at the end of the day, they want to hire folks to go to Washington that can work across party lines, that can actually put the people's business.
The U.S. government has never had such a difficult time making decisions. The Democrats and the Republicans are split like never before. There's a little bit of an echo chamber where the Republicans just read Republican media, watch Fox. The Democrats read their own media and watch MSNBC, and they don't really get to know each other much anymore. Mayor Bloomberg made a really interesting point where he said that air travel has hurt the U.S. government. Why? Because now in Washington, D.C., they all go home every weekend because air travel is so good, everyone in politics can just go home. In the olden days, they used to stick around in D.C. and get to know each other. Now no one gets to know each other, and there's a lot of fighting at results.
In large part because Congress, both the Senate and the House, are controlled by Republicans. And the Republicans' basic modus operandi today is to oppose anything that Obama does. So if Obama wants to do this with health care, they oppose him. If he wants to do this with foreign policy, they oppose him. Their basic view is anything Obama wants to do, we should do everything we can to stymie it.
互不退让成为美国内部的重要问题。民主党参众两院皆失的局面，让奥巴马陷入新的困境。他如果要想解决诸多内政外交难题，推动一些必须经国会审批才能实施的改革，如刺激经济复苏、打击极端组织伊斯兰国等，将不得不面对一个极度不合作的国会。
I think he's faced a very possible situation for 6 years. I don't think there's anything new this year. Okay, the Republicans had said from the beginning, we have only one overriding objective. We want to get you out of power. We want to kill all of your initiatives. That hasn't changed. So there's no difference there. So I think, it's been a very trying time for him. I think he has been not effective. He is a very effective campaigner, but he is very ineffective in selling his policies when he's in office.
自由民主制度中，为了保证民主和所谓的话语权，无休止的拉锯战和扯皮降低了政府议事效率。美国民主学者福山提出，政治制度能否走向或保持民主化，关乎他们能否向民众提供所需的基本服务。这让人不禁想到，由于两党之争而导致的美国政府关门事件。
When the government is shut down, I think what you're seeing is a manifestation of the crisis that exists in our political system. That is a really glaring example of how difficult, if not impossible, it is for Democrats and Republicans to compromise on truly important issues. Now, when the government shuts down, that's not the end of the world, because the government's eventually funded, it opens back up, and we live happily ever after. So it's not that big a deal. But it is important in the sense that it's symbolic of that much deeper problem, where we have this sort of gridlock between the two parties, which could have long-term negative consequences, especially on our economic growth.
从2013年9月20号开始，在共和党内茶党等保守势力的强烈要求下，国会众议院议长伯纳至少3次提出不同版本的临时拨款议案，但都没有得到民主党掌握的参议院的通过，最终导致联邦政府预算没有着落。2013年10月1日，美国政府的非核心部门关门，2星期后才结束这场政府停摆。
Does it problem for me? No. Problem for the poor? No. Because they don't get anything from the government. So I think it's dramatized by the media as being something terrible, but international investors can't live with it because bond prices and interest payments have to be made. That's why it's a systemic risk for the world financial system. That I do understand. That has a big effect on me and on the poor. Right? So it's not the American system, it's the intertwining of the American system with international capitalism. That's the matter.
政治之争导致的经济账却直接算到了民众头上。政府关门期间，导致数百个站点的垃圾无人处理，护照签证申请延期，国家公园关门。美国媒体曾做统计，政府每关闭1天，就导致全民纳税人损失1亿美元。
普林斯顿大学一份权威的研究报告显示，美国经济领域的精英以及他们所代表的经济团体对美国政府的决策有着实质性影响，而普通大众以及代表大部分人利益的团体却没有这个荣幸，即使具有一定的影响力，和那些精英们相比，也显得微不足道。这份报告有理由让人们得出这样一个结论：如果政策的制定是由一部分人控制，那么美国所谓的自由民主价值观是否真的存在？2008年金融危机爆发，美国在修订相关经济政策的时候，对于保护民众的利益显得十分的力不从心。
The new story: the mortgage meltdown.
This morning in the mortgage meltdown, new numbers showing that a record number of Americans are losing their homes.
More than 70 mortgage companies have failed in the last few months in America, and now the biggest of the big companies, the Bear Stearns, the big banks, are caught holding the bag.
席卷西方世界的经济危机，从2008年一发生，就一直成为国家和民众不可承受之重。号称拥有成熟完善民主制度社会的英国和美国，面对经济危机，没能成熟稳健地应对。
The 2008 financial crisis was really a housing crisis, or it started in the housing market, and specifically in the subprime market. People with limited credit, bad credit, were getting mortgages at rates they shouldn't have, much too low. And first the problem started in this kind of subprime market with those kind of borrowers, but then it spread, and people didn't realize how it was going to spread, and it spread throughout the financial system.
格里高利·祖克曼是《华尔街日报》的特约作者，从金融危机爆发起就开始做深入的经济报道，采访众多金融大鳄和银行高管。他用200多小时的采访素材，形成了第一手资料，记录了美国4代危机中出现的最受关注和争议的人物约翰·保尔森和他的保尔森对冲基金公司，从另一个角度深入地揭示了高盛欺诈门事件的前因始末。
Housing market obviously collapsed both in America and around the world, and that infected financial companies. And we realized how important financial companies are, but also how interlocked and interrelated they are. So when one went down, Bear Stearns, Lehman Brothers, AIG, it affected others. Goldman Sachs and other kinds of banks, JP Morgan, were impacted as well. And therefore, and as a result, financial companies and the rest of the economy around the world.
Dick Folk, a 39-year veteran of Lehman and the longest-running CEO of a major investment bank.
电影《大而不倒》记录了爆发于2008年的金融危机，那些在几周之内决定全球最大经济体命运的权力人物，通过对美国财政部长亨利·鲍尔森的聚焦，影片深入揭示了华尔街与华盛顿之间的关系。
We are of the view that the United States needs to take strong, decisive action to arrest the stress in our financial system. We give you money, you lend it out. It will unfreeze credit, stabilize the banks.
Well, President Obama needed, and his administration needed to act quickly. So what they did basically was step in and help the banks. Now, people have argued and criticized them for not taking a pound of flesh, for not causing enough pain to the banks who caused some of these problems. They would argue, Tim Geithner, Paulson, Hank Paulson, Obama would argue that it was a difficult time. They had to make difficult decisions, and they had to stabilize the financial system and the banks before the global and the U.S. economy could be stabilized.
在20世纪30年代的大萧条中，不受约束的自由市场主义本已名誉扫地。到了上个世纪70年代，由于英国首相撒切尔和美国总统里根的推崇，自由市场主义得以重新翻身，成为经济界的正统。2008年这场经济危机使美国以市场为基础的资本主义自由放任模式再次受到质疑。
If you look at the history of capitalism over the last 500 years, a big financial crisis every 10 years, except for one period, 1945 to 1985, which is the period of financial regulation. So if you go back 30 years, financial crisis of 1982, 1992, the Asian financial crisis of 1997, 2008.
为了避免华尔街金融危机再次升级，美国政府要求国会批准一项高达7000亿美元的全面救市方案，这是对金融市场力度最大的干预措施。除此之外，时任美联储主席伯兰特和美国财政部部长盖特纳开始采取一系列措施救市。2010年，美国总统奥巴马正式签署了自上世纪30年代以来最严厉的金融改革法案，加强市场监管和管理。 法案遭到代表大资产阶级的共和党和金融集团的猛烈批评。华尔街与白宫始终是左右美国金融体系和监管体系的核心，权力之争的博弈贯穿始终。
When the crisis is there, business and the Republicans in particular said we need government intervention, not just intervention, nationalization of banks, which Obama never would have done, right? So, and then when the crisis abated, they're saying, well, the problem is the government, it's not the markets, which is just to show that people do not learn from history. Okay? So I am almost certain that we will have a bigger crisis than 2008 within the next 5 years, and it will be a crisis of the dollar. And it will have disastrous consequences, if this happens, disastrous consequences for the global economy.
金融危机后的美国。 人们看到，在危机中，那些太大而不能倒的银行得到政府救助，复苏之后变得更加规模庞大，甚至更加投机和冒险，而危机和损失都转嫁给了大众，贫富差距拉大，激发了人们对美国自由民主政治体制的不满。2011年9月，占领华尔街运动一触即发，人们用抗议示威的方式表达对社会不平等和美国民主的极度失望。
We see in the case of the global economic crisis the rise of the Occupy movement, the strengthening of the anti-corporate movement was in part an analysis of what had gone wrong. Markets not sufficiently subject to political and therefore democratic controls, but also was trying to rectify a democratic deficit in Western democratic societies, whereby corporate power becomes disproportionately strong and trying to counter that by strengthening popular power and democratic accountability.
占领华尔街的参与者直指美国民主制度存在的金钱操纵政治的现实。富人比穷人有更多权利，金钱在美国民主政治中的声音比以往任何时候更大。民主似乎可以待价而沽。
Interest groups have been enormously powerful. So here in the United States, it is oftentimes very difficult to formulate a coherent foreign policy or a coherent domestic policy on a particular issue because an interest group has weighed in and made it almost impossible for the president, right, or a governor or for Congress to get together and come up with a coherent.
数以千计的政治掮客活跃于国会和其他政府部门，他们代表成千上万个不同利益集团，形成美国特色的游说团体。如美剧《纸牌屋》中的雷米丹顿，拥有很大能量，可以通过捐款等方式买通议员，阻止法案通过。
I hope so. Such a waste of talent. He chose money over power. In this town, a mistake nearly everyone makes. Money is the McMansion in Sarasota that starts falling apart after 10 years. Power is the old stone building that stands for centuries.
House of Cards very popular and apparently very well done. But it's, the institutionalization of cynicism.
We've got the system now where to get elected to Congress or to get elected to the White House or to get elected as a governor of one of the 50 states, you need a huge amount of money. And the end result is that politicians who need money go to really rich people and beg for money. But the quid pro quo is if these fat cats give them money, they have to do the bidding of the fat cats. So these fat cats have enormous influence on the politicians. And it tells your average voter that he or she doesn't matter much because the politician's not going to pay any attention to them because the politician has to pretty much do what the fat cat says because the fat cat bankrolls the politician. This is a crazy system, and it was not the way the Founding Fathers intended it to be, but that's where we're at.
近5年来，风云变幻的世界似乎是为人们描摹了一幅民主挫败的线路图。曾几何时，1989年冷战结束之际，美国著名政治学家法兰西斯·福山写了一部让世界为之震动的作品《历史之终结》。他预言自由民主制会席卷全球，最终全世界所有的国家都会成为美国的样子。随后，政治学界另外2大巨头彼得·卡赞斯坦和约翰·米尔斯海默联袂出场，与福山进行了一次华山论道式的讨论。25年后，福山的新书《政治秩序与政治衰败》面世。在书中，福山提出这样一个观点：秩序良好的社会离不开3块基石：强大的政府、法治和民主问责制。他强调3者的顺序也很重要。
1989年，福山一句"自由民主制将成为全世界最终的政府形式"，无疑在学术界投下一颗巨石。而几个月后，柏林墙的骤然倒塌，更让福山的观点一时激起千层浪。如今26年过去了，去年全球民主国家的表现让人大为失望。福山对他当初的理论进行了大幅修正。在新书中，他认为美国过度分权制衡的宪政体制造成了2党信任感缺失和效率低下。他写道，成熟的民主国家也可能发生逆转，所谓政治衰败。
Fukuyama was here on campus. I debated him. I think he has, in his last 2 big books, really backed away from his thesis quite significantly, but still insists that he is right. He said the escalator of history will favor democracy. But he says It's true, you can get up the escalator, but you can also go down the escalator, right? And right now, we think the United States is on the down escalator.
卡赞斯坦是美国政治学会主席和美国科学院院士，也是国际关系理论中建构主义的代表性人物。对于福山的自由民主是历史的终结这个论断，他一直持反对态度。
I disagree, right? I think there is no teleology in history. There's contingency. And there are no laws of history. People thought in the 18th and 19th century it was progress that was preordained. I don't believe that. After Auschwitz, it's very hard to believe that it's preordained, that only the good side will win.
And I think that Frank Fukuyama, much to his credit, admitted that the world has not progressed the way he anticipated it would. Democracy is not on the march. So I think he underestimated nationalism's importance for sure. And furthermore, I think he underestimated how difficult it would be for liberal democracy to spread across the planet. It takes a long time to build a liberal democratic state.
米尔斯、海默、福山都是曾经就读于康奈尔大学，而卡赞斯坦则在这所大学担任过教职。三个热衷政治学的年轻人在康奈尔大学有过短暂的交汇。多年后的今天，他们三人都对世界政治的研究和思潮产生了持续而深刻的影响。
Well, I think that the principal problem with his argument was that he overestimated how powerful a force liberal democracy is, and he underestimated how powerful a force nationalism is.
And for Fukuyama, I'm not sure he would say it's linear, but it's upward moving. There might be bumps on the road, but he doesn't see counter forces. So everything has to be forced into one mold, and I think that's probably wrong.
20世纪意识形态冲突中，由于美国推行霸权，其他国家愿意效仿世界的主导国家，民主获得了优势地位。如今的美国和欧洲丧失了他们作为榜样的吸引力和传播民主的强烈欲望。奥巴马政府看起来已经被恐怖主义深深困扰，在中东国家推行的民主催生出不少流氓政权，赋予极端圣战分子力量。对内，政府甚至不能通过预算案，更别提对于未来的计划。西方民主政体的模式开始饱受质疑。
Because democracy is never about perfection, it's about how we resolve competing imperfections and how we live with them and make the best of them.
The notion that liberal democracy is questionable because it's a democracy that is founded on certain cultural and ideological assumptions.
So when we talk about the failure of the Western liberal democracy, I would tend to agree that yeah, in some ways it is failing to address this situation.
越来越多的人开始看到推行西方制度的伊拉克、埃及、泰国、乌克兰等民主病症，也许并不是孤立的案例。英美民主制度的过时和功能失调质疑声不绝于耳。在时代力量的冲击下，西方自由民主制度正在同其他政治形式一起经受考验。
The impact of globalization on Western politics and Western liberal democracy is the whole issue about the end of the Cold War, the fall of the Berlin Wall, the victory for Western values, has created a kind of hubris in the Western mentality that it reinforced and perpetuated a view that the West is superior, the West is the best able to make decisions and rules for everybody else. And I think that this means that, we're badly adapted to a changing and multipolarizing world.
Whether globalization can be democratized, contained and managed, or whether democracy is swamped by the pressures generated by globalization, because globalization brings about significant shifts away from national power, in many ways away from popular power, consolidating the strength of global markets, transnational corporations, and so on and so forth. So I would see that as the answer. Is there any genuine prospect of a democratic globalization, or will the anti-democratic features of globalization swamp national democratic systems?
被称为美国政治科学之父的约翰·亚当斯曾说：“我们在决定什么形式的政府是最好的政府之前，必须先考虑政府的目的。凡是能给最大多数的人以最大程度的幸福的政府，就是最好的政府。”纵观自由民主制的过去、现在和将来，不管是战火纷飞的中东、北非和东南亚，还是老牌资本主义国家内部的桎梏和争斗，关于民主的争论还在继续。历史将要如何终结，没有人知道。但是人们越来越清晰地意识到，只有适合自己社会和文化的制度，才会立稳脚跟，顺应时代。现实安稳，便是晴天。
接着为您播出红牛维生素功能饮料特约之腾飞中国。